the crossover. Because why not promote two things at once? Some crossovers are natural collaborations between two creative teams like Mario and Sonic, the Jetsons and the Flintstones, and Predator vs. Archie. Some crossovers are planned out in advance and incorporated in by design, like the Marvel Universe. Personally, I think Munchies are the greatest crossover of all time, but that was a January meme, so disregard everything about me. Regardless of the quality of the crossover, the idea of seeing separate entities interact with each other is something a lot of people find really exciting, especially when separate corporations are involved, because usually they'd be seen as competitors, so collaboration may seem unlikely. Personally, I think Neopets and the Church of Scientology was the greatest crossover of all time. So let's talk about 4Kids Entertainment. 4Kids was an anime licensing company who specialized in localizing animation for English audiences. They were known for removing any violent subtext or cultural references from their shows. Their library included everything from Yu-Gi-Oh! To Sonic to Pokemon. Many of their shows, like Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Were originally distributed by Warner Animation, but eventually the Pokemon company took over dubbing for Pokemon, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime became less of a giant cash cow. So 4Kids had to search for their next big thing. Meanwhile, with channels dedicated to cartoons becoming more prominent, Saturday morning cartoons were becoming less and less of a financially viable option for major networks to invest in. So they started licensing more content instead of producing it. Shows from Canada, reruns from other channels, and dubbed anime became increasingly common within the space. Fox Kids and later Kids WB were taken over by 4Kids Entertainment. Kids WB would become CW4Kids, but before that, Fox Kids became the Fox Box, a 4Kids ran programming block which featured all sorts of international shows. However, 4Kids didn't have immediate access to their biggest properties, so the channel really worked as a testing ground to see what would stick. Shows included Sonic X, The Winx Club, a sort of French Sailor Moon, Kirby Right Back At Ya, Cubix, a show about a Burger King Big Kids meal toy, Funky Cops, a show about disco-loving police officers, The Cramp Twins, a comedy prequel to Kim Possible, along with many others. So 4Kids doesn't animate any of these shows. These shows aren't produced by the same studios, and some of them aren't even anime or hand-drawn. So naturally, the proper thing to do was promote all of these shows at once through an epic crossover. But with no new animation? In 2003, when the Fox Box was pretty new, they started promoting this thing called The Fight for the Fox Box, which was a half-hour TV special that aired on Fox's primetime lineup to preview all of their new shows. I remember seeing promotions for this special all over the Fox Box, and I didn't catch it when it was initially on prime time, but I did eventually see it when I got this DVD in the mail. Now, I didn't order this. This was just sent to me. I guess Fox sent it to everybody on their mailing list, which I don't really know how I got on. I was expecting this thing to be the greatest TV episode ever. I mean, it had all of my favorite characters in it. Sonic, Kirby, some cubes. It had to be the greatest TV episode ever. That was just the way I thought about it. I was a very disappointed 7-year-old.
Now that you're all here, the meeting can get started!
At the beginning of the episode, villains from Sonic X, TMNT, Cubix, Ultimate Muscle, and Kirby Right Back At Ya are alerted by a mysterious villain that he's received the Fox Box broadcast codes. And if they can keep it from the heroes, then the Fox Box will be shut down. That way the villains won't be embarrassed about having to lose to the heroes every week on TV. Using existing clips from each show, the heroes of the shows beat up the bad guys and receive part of the code.
You're not getting me to ask what's the code, Deco.
The code is 9HT6A.
Ha! Thanks, Deco.
Each of these action scenes are repurposed from earlier episodes of each show, just with new voiceover work. Alongside the heroes, it is up to the audience to help save the Fox Box. Donatello from the Ninja Turtles sets up a website, savethefoxbox.com, so the audience can enter the broadcast codes revealed on screen. I swear to God, as a 7-year-old watching this, I thought the threat of a shutdown was real. I wish I was kidding, but this was the first time I had ever seen a brand new Sonic the Hedgehog show, so I was really afraid it was going to be taken off the air if I didn't enter the codes online. If you go on the archived site today and enter all of the codes, all you receive is a thank you message for participating. So it's not like anything else was shown, it was just a way to get kids to sit down for a half-hour commercial. Although this is clearly just a commercial for the channel, there's something funny about watching characters from other shows desperately wanting to save the channel. Not really for themselves, but because they're big fans of the other shows. For example, Raphael from the Ninja Turtles really likes Kirby.
If I miss this week's Kirby, heads are gonna roll.
Between all the action within the special, characters will be like, wow, we gotta save the Fox Box or we'll miss the premiere of Shaman King. And then another character will be like, oh, well luckily I have a sneak peek preview just for you, the audience. Then the special will be interrupted for a commercial for another show. That's right, this commercial has commercials.
I just hope all this can happen fast so I don't miss the Fox Box premiere of Sonic X.
If that ain't an intro for another sneak peek, I don't know what is.
It's honestly a weird, surreal, and oddly ambitious promotional tape. These kinds of promotional videos were pretty common in the early 2000s. I had a Yu-Gi-Oh one, a Digimon one, and I knew a Pokemon one existed. The thing which perplexes me about this particular one is how it's not promoting a single show, it's doing its best to promote all of these different characters without them interacting directly on screen. Except for one moment in particular. The Funky Cops are interrogating a character from Ultimate Muscle named Meat.
So you say your name's Meat?
That's right, Detective.
I find that very hard to believe, you know.
Let me get this straight. You believe me when I tell you that I live in the future, that I fly around in spaceships, and that I was cryogenically frozen for 10 years, but you have trouble believing my name is Meat?
It's really not well put together, but it's still interesting to see them interact. The interrogation turns into a recap of the last few episodes of Ultimate Muscle, a show which has a major antagonist who's a talking butt named Mr. Cheeks. It's really high quality. After the final villain is beaten and the final code is received, it turns out a character from a show called The Cramp Twins is behind it all.
Wayne Cramp? What are you doing?
Nothing, Mother. Just plotting to destroy the Fox Box.
The episode ends with a final recap of all the shows and a disappointed 7-year-old Billy. Knowing what this is just makes it a weird, surreal piece of media history, not this grandiose disappointment. I miss weird promotional stuff like this. I know brands still do a bunch of little internet videos here and there, but I miss getting a DVD or a VHS in the mail and getting excited about all these new shows. However, I'm sure that's just a nostalgic thing and it's not any better than what things do now. I'm just hopelessly missing the past. But gosh darn it, I like hearing certified tough guy Raphael saying he likes Kirby. Also, it would be inaccurate to say that this promotion didn't work on me. I watched almost all of the Fox Box shows. I watched Sonic X, TMNT, The Cramp Twins, Shaman King. I think it's easy to get mad at 4Kids, but they did such a good job introducing me to so many things that would evolve into other interests later on. They succeeded in introducing me to anime, even if it was through tricking me to watch a commercial. Special thanks to Verve for sponsoring this video. Head out to vrv.co/Billiam to receive a 30-day free trial of Verve Premium. Verve has quickly become one of my favorite streaming platforms, and with Premium, you get a great selection of ad-free channels, including Crunchyroll for anime, online creators such as Rooster Teeth, and now Boomerang for classic cartoons. Recently, I've been watching Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, a series that I really wish I watched when it was on. Mystery Incorporated is widely considered to be the freshest take on Scooby-Doo since it started, and it's a really unique and fun vision of the Mystery Incorporated gang. Verve makes it really easy to access their content, with it being available on a wide variety of streaming devices. And my favorite feature is their offline sync, which allows you to watch content while you're not connected to the internet. I was traveling last week and this was a lifesaver. So get access to Verve's large channel catalog today and go to vrv.co/Billiam to get a 30-day free trial of Verve Premium. Thank you again to Verve for sponsoring this video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I am sorry for the location change. I'm currently out of town for the holidays visiting my parents, but I'm still working. If you want to make sure you stay up to date with me and get all of my videos, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. YouTube is always being weird about when you get videos from people you're subscribed to, so make sure you have all the avenues in check to get my videos. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you in just over a week.